How's everyone doing? Happy Twin Flame Tuesday, 2 for Tuesday, Twinsies Tuesday. Just the twin concept. Everything has its equal or opposite. So we're just going to allow spirit to direct us. Just going to light a little Palo Santo and clear the energy. I got a cute chick that likes to dance outside my window, dancing outside the window, which is pretty cool energy to add to the double thing going on here. I'm on this side of the window talking to all of you, and she's on the other side of my window dancing her little booty off outside. I don't know what she's listening to. I got disco funk and disco mix going on here. I so love this Palo Santo. It's so nice. So how's everybody doing? Welcome if it's your first time, and welcome back again. Thank you so much if you're returning. I appreciate your time and your energy and hanging out with me in space, in this space and time, in this present moment. And yeah, let's get started. Let's see what messages we, if I can let that hang out there. Work with me, work with me. I'm gonna have to use a little balancing rock here. You know what I do want to light though? I had found this is incense that my Nana used to burn all the time. And I was on Amazon the other day, purchasing some sage and Palo Santo. And so I looked up, this is called balsam fir. And I used to love when she burned this, and I can never find it anywhere. So I found it on Amazon, and I was so excited. So we got some Nana energy up in the house. Abuela, grandma, Nana, ancestor energy. Yeah, what is this? Baines balsam fir. I love this. It smells so good. Don't be going and buying it all out on me now. But yeah, that comes a little incense holder, a little wood. It's just so nice. They don't really last so long. Just enough. Just enough. So let's see what we got here, Twin Flamesies. You know what I want to do too? I want to pull a Starman Tarot. But let's see what energy. I don't know here. What are we playing with here, Spirit? Starman? Starman, David Bowie. See what twin energy we're in. What was today? October 5th, 2021, presently. And again, please like, subscribe. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And ding that little bell so you can get notified when I put new messages up here for our collective soul tribe, Twinsy tribe. Ooh, we got judgment. Yep. I could feel that in the air. It's like I was talking to a friend this morning. We smoked a breakfast lunch together, and we were chatting, and just the energy. It's like, yeah, look, Two of Swords, a split. Speaking of twinsies. So yeah, but we were chatting about, right, it's like this is like we have two sides, the wolf in between the legs, an oyster with a black pearl on one side and a snake on the other. False light coming up from underground like a spotlight. Not necessarily false light, right? I mean, we use lights to see in our rooms and what have you, but sometimes our bright ideas aren't, right, reality. They're not You know, what we should focus on: hope, wishing, luck, bright ideas. They're great. Absolutely, we need them. However, we don't want to get lost in the illusion of them and get stuck sitting in some waiting room waiting for something that's not going to happen, right? Wow, we got a bunch of motherfuckers playing in the basement or the attic or wherever, cloud nine in the corner, playing with magic and witchcraft and trying to alter things, people, places, and things. Five of Pentacles. So yeah, Judgment's here. So yeah, but I was talking to a friend, right, in the gray wolf in the middle has the key between her legs there. So but we were chatting and it was like, yeah, that feeling like behind the heart chakra, like, right, like that big Gestapo foot is about to drop. Something about to drop. It's about to drop. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Whew. Yeah. But I've also been sleeping really good. And I really want to also share, maybe I should make a separate video about it, but I don't generally remember my dreams. And the other night I had such a vivid dream and I woke up like talking in my sleep and yelling in my sleep, and I I was trying to talk in my sleep. I was trying to yell help in my sleep, and I couldn't get anything out. And I was on a boat, and there was just to prepare you because this was real deep, and I don't know what this is gonna trigger or bring up, or if it may at all. But I feel like I'm supposed to share it. And there was, I don't know, I was on this boat and there was this boy. It was like he was like tied to a chair or a plank, a piece of wood or something. He was tied to something. And he ended up he got thrown overboard. I'm pretty sure purposefully. And I was, like I said, I was yelling, trying to scream, help. And my voice wouldn't like come out. It like wouldn't come out loud enough. And it was like, it's like if it was windy and the story, I was like, I just couldn't be heard anyhow. And I was like, fuck it. And I turned and I jumped into the water to go get him, to try to save him. And when I did that, the water wasn't that deep under the boat, and there was two other bodies under the boat. And these were all black boys. There's three black colored, right, skin color wise, okay, because I'm not all about labeling and what have you, but as far as like for purposes of the dream, they were, yeah, like light skin. They were like brown colored skin boys. And I couldn't find the one that I went in after, but the other two, there was one was like 3 or 4 years old and the other was a baby, and they were dead. And I went to go grab the baby, and I could feel it. I could feel the, right. It's like picking up on a doll, a plastic doll, works, right. And and I woke up. I had tears coming down my eyes. I was like whimpering. My boyfriend was like, he's like, you were like talking in your sleep and whatever. And I was like, I had that, like, that was an awful bad dream. And it's like, and I couldn't save him. I couldn't find him. I couldn't find the other boy. Um, so that was like, I mean, it's still with me, it's bothering the shit out of me. So that was one very vivid dream. And then the following night, I can't really remember this one as well. I knew I should have wrote it down right away. Um, but again, I was like on the water. And that, if spirit wants me to remember, I will. The other one, I don't remember as well. It wasn't as vivid. It was, of course, when I was going through it, but not Not when I, when I woke up, it's like, right, kind of like how this keeps going out. It just kind of fizzles away, right? Dreams like that. Oh. Um, and a lot of time for me, like I said, it's like I dream while I'm awake. I feel like so a lot of time I don't remember my dreams unless I'm supposed to, unless it's something, right? Spirit wants me to have awareness of, or there's something that needs to be right unearthed, brought up to the surface out of the darkness, from the deep dark abyss, something that's been dead or buried or hidden. um so a lot of people may not like that. um but those that don't like that generally are ones that have their dirty fingers in some kind of pot that they shouldn't have decided to, play in somebody else's house. Right? Body, mind, fields, places, people, places, and things, right? Seen and unseen. So, I think that relevantly too, again, it's like that there's a lot that personally means to me, right? Like my three sons, and kind of what's going on now is going on in the same, because time is fluid. It's like a deep, dark ocean. It's not linear. So the titles and the pre-scripted narratives that are being thrown out and have been, right, for, well, eternity, they just keep replaying the records and changing the names and the songs and the titles, right? It's like um claiming bankruptcy and opening up under another name, but it's the same managers or owners, right? They just change their name. So, whatever, it is what it is. But a lot of beings think that because they've gotten away with such natures and things for so long, and right now they're like, ha 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 ha, laughing their way to the bank, so to speak. My eyes twitching, my right eye. So they can laugh all they want. Again, time is money, and money is time, right? As the same entity. And the U.S. debt clock is in the negative, way negative. Last I looked, knew, had awareness of, right? So anything that's being bartered and the things that they're trying to make money off of now, which is really sick in my eyes. I mean, it's disgusting, right? The one-eyed Willie and his one ring circus um has multiple fish, right? Fish swim in a school. An octopus is able to cut its arm off and grow another one. So any of those extensions of said octopus are just a right extension of that original being, right? So again, it's just having awareness, right, of, because a lot of the time our said predator is gonna, right, show up, right? With somebody I was listening to this morning, it was like a snake, bit the girl, and the girl's like, snake, I helped you this whole time, why did you bite me? And he's like, well, I am a snake after all, right? So we have to be aware not to trust too much, unfortunately, in those things that look or appear, and we're all veterans at this. However, we can get caught up in that trap very easily, or allow something to, right, prolong for too long, and then we feel like we're alone and we don't have a way out. But remember, at those times, divine beings, twinsies, that we always have help and we always have a way out. Okay? Always remember that. There's always a way out. Always, right? Goonies never say die. um so trust in your inner tuition, even though, because it may feel a little too, I wondered a little bit, like it's kind of a weird feeling, like being almost clipped or cut off a little bit lately, but I got reassured this morning, not like that, because it's like I'm totally in the vibe, but there's like, again, there's a weird energy, there's something that's like like right? Like, oh, a teacher didn't show up for school today. Where are they? It's kind of like that feeling. So it's not like, it's just like, what's going on? There's something missed, something. Something. Elvis has left the building, right? If there's something a little different. So I tapped in this morning because I'm like, what's that all about? Because that's an awkward feeling. And I just wanted to, like, I just wanted to make sure is there something I need to know? Did I, right, maybe do something, or where do I need awareness? And they're like, everything's fine. um, there's things going on behind the scenes. So there may be some, say, cut lines, or say, like yesterday, Facebook went out, right? Everybody's freaking out. So kind of like that, right? It's like you may go offline. Certain stations may seem offline, but it's just either they're back. Look at all there's a lot of things are about to go. Oh, I got goosebumps. A lot of things are about to go, come out of retrograde and go forward. So these big planetary systems are getting ready. It's right, like we just got into fall. Everybody's feeling like, right, kind of like organizing and cleaning up, right? Transitioning from the summer into the fall. We go through our clothes. We kind of go through a transitional, right, moment of turmoil inside. We're going to miss the summer, but we like the fall, right? These weird in between feelings that we go through, right? So it's like that on a grander scale. But have no fear. Right? Just keep, if when you start to feel like that, do something to keep yourself busy, right? Best way to do when we start to have negative feelings is get creative, right? Just distract ourselves in a positive manner by diving into something that is going to, right, keep us out of our head, out of getting stuck in the mud. Okay, because there's, right, again, a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and there's a lot of other beings that are portraying as, right, that they're coming from a place. I'm not going to say dark, light, good, bad, light, dark, right? It's like, no, they're just coming from a place of trying to make it portray or appear as they've done their work, and they fucking haven't, and that's it. So it's like anybody that's paid for a fucking copied test or puts their name on somebody else's homework or SAT or whatever, right? They're just trying to, right, use someone else's hard work, but that vibration ain't gonna stick, right? Those that have been cloning us, or right, on all our doppelgangers and whatever else have they that is going on, right? What the fuck ever. Like that shit is all about to get, right, dropped, because anybody holding on to somebody else's shit, right? It's like holding sand in the water. It Once you start moving through that gate, you can't hold on to shit. Anybody else is anything. All you have is you, yourself, and right, me, myself, and I. That's it. That's what I say. You can't take it with you, right? So it doesn't mean like, oh, we're gonna disappear out of existence, out of material realm. No, this is about alchemizing, blending, and balancing out the material, the spiritual, the physical, the emotional, the mental, right? So that's the goal, is to have balance in all of those things, not to cut one out or dip from one place and put in, or disappear from one realm and not have responsibility there. No, 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 no. This is, right, there's Pluto. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's like absolutely not. I got the car wash. Yeah, that ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna happen. It's not happening. There's no, it's an absolute no. So that's where you have no fear, because no matter what has been attempted, they can't bring it here. That's what I was saying about those that are, trying to kind of mimic or copy, replicate, make, clones, doppelganger, all that extra, whatever the hell all that even is. Again, it can only last for so long. It's a farce. It's a false, right? It's a fart. Ain't nothing but these nuts, nothing but air. Big gas planets. So there. So that's cool. I'm gonna read Judgment in a sec, and they're long in that book. So let's just see what else we got. What else comes out? Twin energy. One of our cosmic, whoa, cosmic crazies working with riding the wave. I got turn this up a little. It's like good disco music going on. Disco funk. I don't know if you can hear it. Probably not. Probably can't enjoy the beats with me. I don't want to put it too loud because then I'll get distracted. So we got, this is one of the ones we had yesterday. One ring circus. I guess the energy's still prevalent. Making a choice. Are you gonna, right, still be a circus monkey and keep performing for the circus master with the one-eyed Willie for the one ring circus? Right? Are you gonna make a decision to balance your shit out and go through what you have to go through, right? Your internal process, which we're, again, if you're here, you're ready to start at least looking, or you've already been doing so, right? Take it how it applies. We're always doing this work, and sometimes, again, we can get caught up and a little lost in the circus too, right? We enjoy the circus as well, right? Nobody want to be fucking standing on this fucking balancing line all the time, constantly having to be all like, yeah, right? No, sometimes like we want to like, right? We want to go, we want to be in that, we want to be the circus monkey. We want to go dance. We want to go be crazy and not care. And right. Well, there's a difference between having a good time and letting loose and letting go, and sometimes causing maybe a little bit of fun mischief on your own that's not going to really hurt yourself or anybody, hopefully, and making, you know, a decision with intent and having knowledge that don't feel right, and still deciding to go about such things. That's like, no, you're an asshole, right? Not directly, but right. That's just assholeism, right? Which, again, we can all, I guess everybody can, right? Again, some perform in that asshole vibe a little harder than others. They rock that wave a little harder than others. That vibe, that's all good. Just remember to stay wide open. Keep your mind open so that you can experience more peaks of joy, because they are coming. And even though it's real rocky right now, look, we got volcanoes. Kilauea just exploded too, like 3 or 4 days ago now. Not like crazy heavy, but like it's popping, right? So you know, Mother Earth is shaking, moving, and birthing, right? She's letting go of what no longer serves her. Oh, I have a knock at my door. Excuse me 1 second. Yeah. Sorry about that. Solitude. Right? Don't forget you are the lighthouse, right? Allowing ourself to come apart, to come back together into our whole being. Don't forget, twin flames is one soul split, and we right, has nothing to do with ego and right, want what we want, right? It's a soul. It's like it's way stronger than that. And again, you know, don't get discouraged, because I know that we're in a time of a very discouraging time. Deep freeze. where it can seem like this. On the mountain, right? It's like the big mountains opening up and swallowing everybody in. And yeah, and there's a lot of things that seem like, again, we're either frozen out of, right? We're not being, it's like, what's going on? Or we kind of lost certain connections, right? So, but they're about to come back online, I'm being told, right? So we're about to get lit up. So it's important to take that time that you need to take to go inside of self, okay? That mouth is going to open up. They're neutral too, right? So depending on what, right? It's like, again, it's the scale. The scale ain't got no judgment. It's just weighing. It's like walking through the oracles in Neverending Story, or in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, when they're weighing out the good eggs, that which ones are good eggs, and right, the bad eggs are right. And that represents, that has a lot of metaphysical meaning, right? It represents a lot of the sins, right? Gluttony, lust, desire, fame, clout, right? Wanting to be famous, wanting to be first, right? This ain't a race. We can't, right? You can't rush a good product, right? Quality, not quantity, right? A fine reserved wine takes time and allowance for it to be preserved, right? Spirit of place. And ooh, magical map shifter. And that's what I was saying. Yeah, lots of this. Yeah, that's what the fuck is going on right now. Like it's like, wait, what's going on? They're like, don't worry, because all the energies are about to get shifted where they gotta go. It's like one big wheel, and it's just gonna boom, 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 spit everything out where the end of it. It's like, you belong in that class, you belong in that class, right? It's like, if you snuck into somebody else's class or somebody else's school and you don't belong there, you're going to get noticed, even if you're wearing, right, that school's uniform. You're still going to stick out like a sore thumb, right? Yeah, bone collector. Yeah, like the Spanish music just came out now. It's like yeah. So spirit got your back. Spirit is around, right? The magical map shifter is shifting the maps, right? So the 9 realms are all gonna get put where they belong, so to speak. And that's just on the Odin side, right? That's the 9 realms, 333. All right, heaven, earth, hell, 333. Don't forget, we're dealing with cosmic and galactic, so that's just like the L, right? Elohim, the elbow of the universe, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? We're in the elbow over here in the crook, right? Uncle. We're in uncle's arm over here in the headlock, right? Right, so our human DNA is 3%. 1, 2, 3. Adam, Eve, Elohim, right? From the elementals, Saturn, Satan's children, right? With Gaia, so to speak, right? Because and Father Universe and the extension of the black void, right? Hyperborea. Right, from darkness, right? Came light. Let there be light. And thoughts and feelings are Adams and Eves, right? Heaven and hell. Thoughts and feelings, Saturn and Earth. Heaven and Earth, excuse me. And Earth, well, and it gets tricky too, because then Earth there's earth and then there's Gaia, right? And then there's inner earth, there's flat earth, there's the sphere of earth, which is the torus field that makes us look round, right? Right? Because it creates a magnetic sphere, like a big, huge fountain. And that Taurus is spelt different than Taurus in the zodiac sign, right? Taurus field is Toris, and Taurus, right? The bull, where Aldebaran, the red eye, of the bull is, that's Taurus, right? Which also affiliated with Tartarus, right? The two suns. There's so many, and everything constantly flip flops like this, right? Like a coin. So it's like up and then it stacks down. Like you ever make what, like construction paper, right? You fold it one way and then the other to make like stairs or like little like spider legs. Right? You gotta fold it one way and then the other and then the other and then the other, right? Like a book back and forth to create a cascading effect, like a stairway effect. So when we get confused as humans about who the entities, gods, deities, archetypes, and etc. are, or who's who, right? It's like because they blend, and then two always create a third, and then there's a flip, right? So positive and negative are always going to take turns and go on the other side until we, right, filled all the way to the bottom, and now we're rising up to the top, swimming up. That made any sense? So allowing ourselves to not get too caught up in the terms and usage of the words that are being presented to us, especially in any form of, right, well, internal or external chatter. Movement. That's what we like to see. Woo woo. Chicka 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 choo choo. I love this card too. Big ostrich is like, I got you. Just keep quiet and chill out. He's just walking through and they ain't even gonna notice. We leaving. It's like, what did happen to the Mayans? Which we're called, right? Mexicas, like Mexico. Mexica. So a lot of the terms and words, again, we have a lot of pirates here that have been trying to take, use, and flip and turn and twist things, right? The word corona also means twist. It's a ring around the sun and it's a ring around the moon, right? The glow, the aurora, the ring, right? Saturn's ring. I've been standing in a burning ring of fire. So where was I? Ring of fire. And that's, yeah, the cell, or when form is created, which also, right, like Eve, but Adam and Eve are in the womb of Gaia, along with the landlords that are supposed to be, right, the farmers that are supposed to be protecting the grounds and nurturing Gaia and Earth, the daughter, right? Allowing people, places, and things to grow naturally, right? They have a prime directive. It's like to look for when an egg starts to hatch, right? That's the archon. So again, going back to the 9, right? Octopuses have 9 brains, 9 realms in like the Nordic mythology and value system, what have you, I'll say. So we have so many different said religions, paths, right? Stories that we've all carried the information throughout time and space and generations, right? So to argue, to me, is so stupid. we're all valuable and valid, and all of our experiences and who all of us are as a divine being, as a fuck up, as a human, as a twin, whatever, whether we are or not, you're worthy. You're here. You fought your ass off to survive and be who the fuck you are. And you have every right to claim your sovereignty as a sovereign being. But in order to do so, one has to come from, right, to thine own self be true. I have to come from that balanced place. Like, hold on, I hear what you're spitting out. I hear the narrative that you're trying to prescribe me to take and force me into a corner again, right? Into that corner, uncle. Got those 3 points, those 3, I'm gonna say motherfuckers. It's like the Jim Morrison song, Father, I want to kill you. Mother, I want to, right? Little boy that wants to fuck his mother and kill his father. It's like natural born killers, right? That shit ain't like, that's sick. But everybody's jumping online to get their DNA masked up, like wearing a mask that you could breathe through, which makes no sense. How does that prevent? As like the things that, right, fallen ones, people are falling for and not doing their research more deeply. And again, I very much apologize, and I feel bad for people that are going through turmoil and have had, or oh, you don't understand. Yeah, but wait a minute. What did you or your bloodline do in past that you're having shit show up in your vessel as a dis-ease? You need to take a look at something within you, or you came to clear your ancestral bloodline. So you better get the snake out and get ready to auger that line. Plunger. A plumber comes with a snake, right, to clear the line. So we're rising our kundalini, which is our snakes that are coiled around the base of our spine, to upgrade our triple strand DNA. But it's our job to clear that blockage. We have to be on board to clear our own ship. Otherwise, a pirate's going to come and try to take your ship, motherfuckers. The fuck? Everybody just lining up like, oh, I want a shot. I want one. Everybody want to go to the bar and gamble and just take a shot at taking a shot. And why not, right? Hey, but yo, did you thought what's in that shot? It ain't got nothing to do with the V word that they're spitting out, them snakes. Who's the one spitting out the venom? The false narratives to cause, right, fear porn. If I have control over the way you think by making you think negative and putting you in a state of fear and making you think I have the cure, well, what am I fearing about? You didn't even say where that came from. You made something up, but where'd it come from? Scientists? What is it? And then too, you know what I heard on the, I'm very interested. I got to look up. It said 3 scientists received the Nobel Prize for climate and what? I gotta look it up. Something about, yeah, physics and the climate. You know, it's like I'm very, very interested in seeing who that is, right? We love how these mother effers have been like spying, but they don't show it, right? And then they try to go claim independent. They try to claim, and then they get copyrights, and then they go get patents. And but where'd you get that knowledge and information from? It's like, hold on a second. People want to pass out prescriptions and hold their hand out waiting for that ticket. Right? I got a golden ticket. Again, however much money someone got, that's how much you owe. That's how much debt you're in. It says I owe you right on it. It's on borrowed what? Time. Time is money. Money is time. That's why I said, again, what's in your wallet? Anything, I'd be struggling to get rid of that shit. It's like, that's just right. I just like allow that to be what it is. Like that. Right. And those that don't want the truth to come out, yo, elevate the rain fucking ice hailfire on your ass. Yeah. The spirit there, it's like, yo, today's time up. They're like on the angels in the outfield, angel, demon, whatever you want to call it. Everyone is right because there's imbalance in the system. That everyone's just waiting for that go. Something wicked just it comes. What it says, sticks and stones may break my bones, and you may have burnt me with fire, right? But we all came back again and again. Just to confront and see all you liars. What time is it? Is it 12:12? Uh-oh. 12:19. Right? Energy never dies and energy never lies. People do. Ready, right? Many hands of the goddess. The Kuan Yin deck. Gates of heaven. Right? And heaven can be a misperception too. Just think about that, because heaven's a cloud, like the eye cloud. I am a jealous God. So that's the reincarnation Ferris wheel, ringly, ringling circus, ringly, ringling ring brothers. Who we got, twinsies, causing? Ooh, I was gonna say interference. Void of course, moon. Missing. Yo, and actually, we're about to go into a new moon. Void of course of moon. Void of course. I just say it's like we kind of got knocked offline a little bit. It felt like, yeah. Maybe we'll read that too. Judgment and void of course of moon. And then we got 7th house partners. Number 31, twins. So being a partner with self, and then what it, right, again, what we really want to vibrate with, and letting go of whatever no longer serves us. Letting go of what we are not in vibration with, and with love. It's okay to let go. It's really hard for us to let go, but we have to let go. Heart of fortune, increase, 45. This came up a lot yesterday, 45. I think in the Sagittarius reading. An air element, communicating, 39. So communicating clearly, right, which is a little tricky right now. We're in Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde. And the air element. And look, yesterday again, look, Facebook went out. So that just showed communication, electric, right? A little static in the lines. and receiving information and then dropping it. So again, a lot of things are getting let go of, right? What no longer serves us. So where that's going to happen in all realms, dimensions of space and time. Yeah. So do your part by grounding and holding that space and doing your inner alchemy and going through your thoughts and your feelings and your past life stuff that's coming up and just allowing it to come into vibration and then letting it go. Right. And then we're gonna just keep clearing the way as we keep doing that. We're just gonna, because it's gonna go fast now. They're telling me, like, okay, so we're gonna keep. Yeah. Feel the vibe. She's singing behind me. Feel the vibe. Nice. All right, so let's read judgment here. Twinsies. Oh, I had 6 of Pentacles hiding in there. Judgment. So this is again the Starman Tarot. I love this deck. David Bowie. And it is judgment time. I am vibrantly alive and live into the goddess that I am. Excuse me. Do it this way, I think. So the powerful figure with their arms raised has just received the force of divine revelation. Struck by an epiphany, he is instantly transfigured into a luminous space-age creature. The metamorphosis is complete, an unrecognizable embodiment of spiritual revelation. His previous life wiped clean. The rebirth is complete. He is compelled to live differently, to change everything about life at once, for there is no going back. The energy transmitted by this revelation raises the dead. The skeletons are brought back to life, alluding to the far-reaching regenerative power of revelation. Woo woo! We are awakened from the hypnotic quality, the spell of the habitual and restricted being and doing in life, just getting by. In an instant, we realize something fundamental must change. We recognize the lie we have been living. The story about ourselves and life is seen for what it is. The meanings we have carried from childhood, the assumptions we have made, the lens passed on to us through which to view life. The part of ourselves that was lost has been hiding or lying dormant and revealed and must be lived out, fully expressed in the world. We are called to action. The revelation wasn't asked for. It wasn't sought. Rather, it was bluntly administered. And that is the truth. It's like, boom, your life's about to get flipped. And you're like, what the? Like I said, trying to hold on to that sand and water. Like, and so I very much sympathize, right? I have compassion for what's going on, again, in so many forms right now. And it's the hardest thing to come to grips with, right? That we have no choice and control over this change. We just have to allow it. And we may lose a lot of people, places, and things in that process, but you're going to be divinely guided. So it is scary, but you will be divinely guided. You're here for a reason, and trust that. When you trust that, it doesn't mean blindly be guided. We are going blind. There, we are blind, but it doesn't mean like, oh, just be ignorant. There's a difference in these terms and usage of words, right? So as we gain more clarity and awareness, we'll see the subtle differences a little more clearly, and we won't get so caught up in the turmoil of the Two of Swords feeling split. Which way do we go, George, right? And then feeling bad about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? Okay. So let's see. We are called to action. The revelation wasn't asked for, it wasn't sought, rather, it was bluntly administered. There's no choice but to act upon it. Awake to something entirely different about life, a compelling new possibility. We can't go back. Judgment is a highly charged card, not always easy to receive, and yet carries huge significance and potency. It charges you with the task of looking into your life without hesitation, to see what has been buried, unloved. It calls you to bring it to life. The life you had been living was comfortable, perhaps, but it is not the full truth of who you are and why you are here. Already, you quickly recognize the recurrent themes, dynamics and patterns of your life, and have a clear picture of where you were heading. It signals a new holism. The events and patterns of your past, like the pieces of a jigsaw, have come together to form a whole, complete. In a flash, all can be understood. All is forgiven. You forgive yourself. That phase is over, and you are transformed, free to live into a greater reality, a more expansive potential, stripped clean of all the limitations, old beliefs, and experiences of the past. You can see into your own future with fresh eyes. Judgment calls you to be the visionary for yourself. Expect change to naturally unfurl as you revision your life in a whole new way. Heeding the call of a higher purpose, a resurrection, the rebirth of a new personality. Forgive yourself and others. Be the visionary you were made to be, right? Be that being that you wish that you had to show you the vision that you held and gave you permission to do that, right? Give yourself that permission. I'm giving you permission. Hold your vision that you've always had within you. And it doesn't like, I'm going to just, right? You don't just cut off your whole life and jump into another square. However, you start to implement and remember who the F you are in there and allow that creative divinity to be birthed, right? We're rebirthing ourselves into, like I said, a whole new being. So we have to go through death, meaning we have to let go of what no longer serves us in order to allow that to be born, which is very scary. We don't know what's going to happen. And birth hurts, right? It hurts the mother and the child. And I'm sure the father too. Right. So if we, right, in physical terms, emotional, there's a lot of stuff that comes into all that stuff, right? It's not just like, oh, 1, 2, 3, right? Everything has its process. And let's see if I have this book right around, because if I do, I'd love to read that. What is that? I wanna rock with you. I figures. I don't know. I never find what I'm looking for when I'm looking for it. It always pops up when it wants to. That divine timing thing. I wanted to read Void of Course of Moon. This is my Black Moon astrology deck. I love this deck too. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me one hot second, please. Yeah, I must. Oh, I found it. I found it. I found it. Yay. Thanks for your patience. Let's say number 52. Wow, these are long readings too. Thanks for hanging with me. It looks like this is the last one in the book. So this will be the last reading of the, what time is it on here? Yeah, a little under an hour. That's good. I'm trying to do them sometimes a little shorter so you don't get stuck listening to me too long at a time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really do so appreciate your time, your energy. You are the value system and the resources, and you are so worth everything that you are and then some, right? And a bag of chips. And don't let anyone dim your glow. You know, they're talking about like Earth is dimming and what have you. Don't let too much of like what's happening in the outer community be, you know, allow your inner compass to guide you, right? You know what to do. And you know, come hang out with me here. We're gonna just keep going and swimming and keep shedding and moving and exploring and having fun and just, you know, allowing ourselves to, right, bloom naturally as we go through. We're not trying to manipulate or take or turn or alter, right? Or it's like, again, take what resonates and leave the rest. We want everyone to have a, right, be in a good vibration. That's how we heal the nation and ourselves and others. Um, you know, and it's like if you didn't feel comfortable around me or at my, right, you know, then I would absolutely suggest finding, right, someone that you're more comfortable with. There's so many, but right, also use your discernment. And there's many of us. We're all one big huge family. So it's like we may get a little nibble over here and then we may get something over there from another, and that's okay. Yeah, it's like, yo, that's always the fucking cool thing for me. It's like we're an international buffet here. So wherever you're gravitated to take a little nibble and incorporate that into your being so that you have what you need for your soul's growth is all I could possibly want for you. Right. So the goal is that we all find what we need without um you know, it's like, and even with the ones that are like, oh, blocking the way, you know, there's a certain aspect to that too. It wouldn't be a journey if we just sailed right through, right? With no obstacles, no problems, no, right? So our obstacles and challenges is also what make things maybe not fun at the time, but however, when we get to look back at what we've made it through, isn't that worth more than any amount of money you can hold in your hand at one time? You know, it's like money come and go, you can spend it, but like that stuff that you've built upon yourself and can look back is priceless, and no one can take that from you. You see what I'm saying? So this is why it's like our value is so important. Um, so with that being said, I just need a little sip of something. Bear with me a second because this is a long reading. Otherwise, I'm gonna be, my throat's a little scratchy. All this chit chatting. All these, as much as I like to talk. Let's see. And I got on here, look, clean your chakras. So just even imagine the colors, put some nice meditation music on or binaural beats, you know, if you could, right, 432 and just whatever you're gravitated to, whatever, you know, chakra you feel like you need cleaning. It's like, look, I have this tomato out here too. I was like kind of giggling. I'm like, I've had this tomato out and a leaf had come off one of my plants. So I just kind of been like letting this tomato hang out in this little leaf here. But I would say it's like very grounding energy, right? So, and yeah, he's just been kind of hanging out on my desk here with me. Until I eat him, of course. Mean. I was looking through Halloween. Sorry, this is a spin off for real quick, but I was looking this morning through like some like popped up on my phone, one of those sites like with clothes. I hit it by accident. I was like, oh, let me just look. So I was like looking at all the cutie little Halloween outfits, like sexy little Halloween outfits, I'll say, and cute little shirts and stuff. And oh my gosh, I don't even know what the hell I was about to share with you about it. They had some cool ones anyhow. I'm like on a spinoff. Yeah, I don't even know how to help you. Spun myself right off the record. All right, thanks for bearing with me. I just need a little sippy sip there. So yeah, Halloweeny. Speaking of masks. Okay, so void of course, moon missing. The moon is a friend for the lonesome to talk to, by Carl Sandburg. All is not as it seems. This void of course moon card can be daunting. It may not be a good or appropriate time to answer your question. As it is now, the results may not be what you want. And so we gotta allow a little more time and space for things to, right, smooth out, right? Patience is a virtue. What is a void of course moon? The moon travels through the entire zodiac in 27 and a half days. There is a moment when the moon makes its last major aspect before leaving one sign and entering the next. It's in Virgo today. And then obviously it's going to go into Libra. Like the new moon's in Libra then, right? Yeah. It's as if the moon has gone to sleep. That's what it feels like too. As I was saying, some it feel weird. Her wisdom is being withheld until she moves into a new sign, and the new moon begins a new chapter or story. So that's why, because we're about to rewrite our own story. That's why it's like they're like, I hear them giggling. They're like, see, because we're about to go into the new moon in Libra, right, which is balance. We're in Libra, sun sign. And yeah, this is all about balancing the scales, right? And scales are, right, something we weigh stuff on, but then we also can sing the musical scales, right? Do re mi fa sol la ti do, do re mi fa sol la ti do. You know that song? Do a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. A long, long way to run. And clean your chakras. Is the heart chakra. So a needle pulling thread, la, a note to follow. So tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do. So that singing do re mi fa sol la ti do, you could see which chakra's out of balance. That realigns your chakras, right? Realigns your scales by singing the scales, humming the scales, and you'll feel which one's out of whack because you'll do re mi fa sol la ti do. You'll see which one that feels a little out of vibration and hum that tune for a little bit, right? Realign, tune your instrument, fine tune your immortal instrument that you're living in. Your soul, right? Your body enshrines your soul. And your soul extends way beyond the body. Okay. So there is a moment when the moon makes its last major aspect before leaving one sign and entering. Oh, we were about that. The usual axiom for starting things on a void course of moon is nothing will come of the matter. Matters will not go as you planned. In fact, most of the time it will end up far worse than you planned. You have been caught blissfully unaware. You've missed something or weren't paying close enough attention. I feel that. It's like, what is it? But you won't be able to set the situation right at the current time. Right? You just have to wait and allow things to get to come into clarity. Because like right, the deck has been shuffled. So we have to wait to see what the cards are gonna say. This card says to sit still and stay as you are. Take no action at the current time. Wait for the storm to pass over. It is time to be patient and allow matters to settle before beginning anew. That's so cool, because that's what I just said, right? I felt that and I tapped in this morning, and that's exactly the message I received. Allow this matter to resolve on its own without your help, work, or interference. Don't bail anyone out or make loans currently, because it is unlikely you will be repaid. And that means, right, not just with money, okay, physical cash, material. Okay, that means with your energy, spiritually, sexually, right? Don't just give yourself away and don't loan yourself out. Don't keep, right? Learning to create a safe and healthy boundary is very important. So you don't have to do anything to act except, right? Right time, stand still, allow yourself to be that, again, the lighthouse, right? Is it still right here? Oh, look, there's Stormfield. So allowing the storm to pass. So you can be rescued and rescue oneself. And look, there's a green balloon in this one. And this is the hot air balloon. Yeah, that one too. And he's like spying on the girl in the castle floating on the rock. Ugh. It's hard if it's a rescue. Sometimes they try to make it look like it's a rescue and they're just coming to kidnap you. So we got to be careful with that. And movement. This one has the red balloon. Hold on 1 second. I have a knock at my door. So let's see. Don't bail anyone out or make any loans currently, because it's unlikely you will be repaid. Medical results will probably not be accurate. You heard that? Medical results will probably not be accurate. If your question is about a job or career move, then it's not the right one. If you apply for a job and get hired, it will, and a more suitable job will come along and you will have to leave the first one. And so better just kind of hang out and wait right now. Right? But take what resonates and leave the rest. After a long and costly effort, your matter in question may fail. People around you may start behaving like screw ups. It could be that great passions are playing against you. Discipline is needed. It is not a time to act impulsively. Whatever you do as your routine will stay as it is. However, matters that are unplanned or spontaneous will tend to work out for you, right? When we don't try to plan so hard, that's kind of coming into grips with synchronicity and divine timing too, right? They say people, humans make plans and God laughs, which is so true. A void course of moon can be used to your benefit. So keep this in mind when this card shows up in a spread. For instance, you can work on something you really don't want. You can interact with persons you don't really want to become a fixture in your life. Embarking on anything new or untried will tend to go wrong. Right? So don't try to start something new right now, it's saying. Right? Like we got to clean up our shit before we go jumping into another thing, like I was saying. So, right, this is about, right, going into solitude, going into the fall, hibernation time, and allowing things to present themselves, right? So we can gain transparency and clarity. In other words, when the void of course and moon card presents itself in a spread, if you agree to plans you don't really want to come about, then it will be very likely they will not come about. If you agree to plans that you don't want to come about, then it'll be very likely they will not come about. However, meditation and any type of psychic or spiritual efforts will work out better when the Void of Course of Moon card turns up, right? Going into your psychic and spiritual self, because that's where the moon's about to be birthed. So we have to go into rebirth this new moon into our dark, deep inner self. Also, do not plan a wedding if this card comes up. Keep in mind the time is not yet ripe, right? Is harvest season, so we're cutting things off. It's not right summer where we're in the midsummer. It's like, oh, go pick the fruit. No, we're cutting, right? This is separation of the wheat and the tares. So this is where they get ready to, right, like burn the fields and right to get ready for next season to grow. Let's see, Void of the Course of Moon and grief. Weather cancellations, frustrations, delays, vagueness, hollow feelings, a sense of everything being unreal, emptiness, making mistakes and other bad decisions, promises not met, unfulfilled plans, the sleeping mind, not paying attention, false starts, matters remaining unresolved, a time to wait a while and start over, a time to float or rest, serendipitous occurrences, a time to disconnect, things begun requiring adjustments later, inconclusive or wrong medical results. That's a big one right now. An unfavorable time to apply for a job, get married, or for non-routine medical procedures. Corresponding tarot card is the Eight of Cups. And key ideas, silence, failed judgment, false readings, wasted effort, the wrong choice, missed opportunities, sleep, and recovery. So yeah, we may be going through a lot of that, right? Again, judgment time. So we judge ourselves worse than anybody else. So feeling like we're failures, feeling like, right, we've read others falsely. Listen, that's okay. It's like, look deeper. What lesson was I supposed to learn? Ask that, right? Was there a lesson I was supposed to learn so that I could carry that to help another so that their load isn't so heavy, right? We've gained tools along the way now. So going through our shit in order to see what we've gained is very important. And that is doing a very big task, not getting so caught up with the bullshit. Like, look, it's on the medical results, inconclusive or wrong medical results. And you know how many of the statistics that are going around, it's a bunch of bullshit, again, like we were saying. So I apologize, but again, the numbers ain't right. Numbers don't lie, but people do. And their numbers definitely are not on the up and up, right? In any manner or form. So, I'm just going to leave it at that. So on that note, again, yo, I so appreciate you hanging out with me. And let's just pull a spirit animal to close out. Oh, there we go. We got a jumper. Oh, we have on the bottom. Elephant spirit. Learn from the past. That's at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to see what went flying like a witch on her broomstick. And elephant is number 25, 2 and 5, which we could also simplify to a 7. My hair is everywhere. Oh, the bee. That's what I'm buzzing over there. Bzz. Sweet results await. Number 7. So 25 is 7, and here's another 7, which 7 and 7 is 14. Osiris. So yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So please like, subscribe, hit the bell. If you like to leave a comment, you could do that as well. And definitely, definitely, please come back. I appreciate your time and energy. And all we can do is keep being you know, who we are and finding out, you know, once we think we know who we are, again, it falls apart again, and then we find out more, right? So just allowing ourselves to keep going through that process, and knowing, right, the sweet results await. Pig spirit, use your mind wisely. Learn from the past. 47, 11, 7-11. And sweet results await. And on that note, I'm gonna close the gates. Mwah, peace out.